Hi, I'm Gregory Parks, and you are watching CONLink. My next guest is one of the originals. I bring to you Jeremy Stomberg.
Hey, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, it totally
Welcome.
is. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So, some questions. Gonna grill you on the old gray couch here.
Okay.
Marvelous socks, by
Just
the way.
making sure. Yeah, they're like Bailey socks. They're pretty great.
Sweet.
If the camera could get the socks, I mean, really, that's that's the most important thing.
That's the only reason we have
I'm opening a line of used cars dealerships, so I have to figure out my socks.
Perfect socks for the dealership. Beautiful. So, what is CONvergence to you?
Oh, it's a convention. You should really come sometime. It's
Really?
a good time, yes.
I haven't heard of it.
I've seen you there. Where were you on the night of? CONvergence is a fun, you know what it is? It's a fun weekend. And if you try to make it more, or if you try to make it something that it's supposed to be huge, that's supposed to be life-changing, it won't be. You go into it and you think, I'm going to have a fun weekend. And if amazing things happen to you, which they probably will, all the better. I mean, I met my wife at CONvergence. I have made so many new friends at CONvergence, and just had so many just fun experiences. That I'm glad that I'm glad I got mad online and helped create it.
So then what is the story of the part you played in the creation?
In late 1997 or early 1998. It was late 1997 when Minicon had their high resolutionary committee and decided they were going to kind of be a more focused on literary and fanishness kind of convention, and really shrink down a lot of the super fun stuff that I really enjoyed. I got really indignant and mad online, which is fun when it's directed in a positive way. It wasn't necessarily positive when I started, but Leslie Powell, who is, I think, fully responsible for CONvergence, I'd known her for a lot of years, and she got a group of folks together in Rob's house, and of those, we had 7 folks that finally did get together. Leslie, myself, Chris Jones, Tim and Pat Wick, Derek Dassenbrock, and oh my God, it's windy. So the original 7, and then of course Leslie had to step down before the first con, but Ishmael replaced her, and it was just kind of getting some folks from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different experiences together, and wanting to do something really cool. We had no idea how to do it, because none of the original 7 of us had ever run a convention. We'd never really even actually been on a con-com. We'd never really been a head of a department or anything. We just knew that we liked certain things, and we wanted to have a really cool convention. And we tried to make it happen. We found a lot of really smart people who had worked on conventions or on room parties in conventions, and we just kind of let them go at it. We gave them the opportunity and the resources, and kind of went hands off. John and Eric, who ran the Cinema Rex movie party room at Minicon for many years, this movie party room was a better movie room than nearly any other convention official movie room that I went to. So obviously we said, do you guys want some resources? Do you want some money? Do you want some space? And you can do the best convention movie room of all time? And they said yes, and 20 years later we have Cinema Rex. We still have Cinema Rex running, and they have more people that have added to their crew, and it's hopefully like that for a lot of departments, is just bringing smart people who haven't necessarily gotten the chance to run things on their own, and just say, go for it. We're here to help, but if you have a lot of passion and a lot of knowledge, then just run with it.
Giving people the space and the resources to do what they're good at or what they're passionate
absolutely.
about.
Or find out what they're good at. You know, we didn't know what we were doing, and we tried to just kind of ask some other more talented people to do a lot of work, and kind of just, like I said, just gonna give them the opportunity and the resources, help them get started, and let them do their thing.
Just like, boop.
Yep.
It's not getting in your way. Not try to micromanage everything.
Well, some people need to be micromanaged. I mean, let's be serious.
Like, do you think? Yeah, like, ugh. I needed to be reminded to do other questions for the last guest. I was like, ugh. If they don't stay on me, then I'm just like.
You should ask the next question.
The next one. All right. What do you want to see in CONvergence's future?
I want there to be more young folks that are coming up, and they've never really had a time in their life. Like, my oldest nephew is 18, and he's never known a world without a CONvergence. He's been coming since he was about 5 years old, and his dad made him start volunteering at a very early age, just to kind of get that going. So he knows that it doesn't just happen without people who spend a lot of time, like myself and the original 7, who just spent hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours over 10 years of running it, but also just folks who want to come by and badge for an hour, folks who want to help work in ConSuite, folks who want to just help lay out snacks in Cinema Rex, who want to be on a panel. It takes everybody kind of pitching in a little bit, and the fact that there's a lot of young folks that have grown up pitching in already and never having to be told, you have to help, we need volunteers. They've just kind of known it. And I think that as they come into power in the convention, and convention-wise, I think we're going to have even more luck and even more success with just people who are very giving people. They're not looking for returns. They're not looking, I'm just doing this for a chance at a hotel room. I'm just looking for this super prize or something. They want to do it because they want to make the convention better.
And what would you say to people out there who've been a little reluctant, wondering if they should get involved, or if they didn't know somehow how to get involved? What would you recommend to those people?
Swing by the volunteer desk, and you don't have to join CONCOM. You don't have to, put in dozens and dozens of hours over a month or over a 6 month leading up to the convention, or a whole year. You just have to help as much as you're comfortable with. And if that just means, hey, I'm going to hang out and just ask people for their badges outside of main stage, or I'm going to sit on a panel because I work in industrial design, and how is that related to science fiction? It's not really, but there could be a fun connection, and I might have a little knowledge that I'd like to pass on to somebody. Or if you're an entertainer type of person, you want to put on a show at CONvergence or help in a show at CONvergence. Anything that just kind of helps out, helps make the convention a little bit better. We're not, nobody's asking to have everyone do an amazing amount of work. Everybody just should help the convention be a little bit better. And when you have 6,000, 7,000 people that are all helping to make it a little bit better, then it's going to be fantastic.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your words. And thank you for coming in.
Absolutely. I came all the way from St. Paul. It's a long way.
Whew, I can't believe you made it.
I did.
Well, thank you. I'm Gregory Parks, and you have been watching CONLink.